Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on webinar The Easiest Way in the World to Create and Distribute a Press Release. My name is Angel and I'll be your moderator for this webinar session. We are thrilled to have you join us today. Before we start, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to the participants we have with us. Whether you're joining from, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here. Today's session is particularly exciting because you can learn about how to distribute press release with easy tips and tricks. We believe that the insights shared today will be helpful for everyone, whether you are. And in this topic, we will share tips and strategies, provide many opportunities for questions, answer, and interactive discussion. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask on chat Zoom or turn on your mic for asking questions. Okay, now let's get started with today's agenda with our cool speaker. He is a founder from VRITIMES. We are excited to have Mr. Yuichiro Sasaki as our guest speaker. Mr. Yui, please welcome and you can start presentation.
Okay. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for your time to join our webinar today. Presentation will be done by Angela, right? I mean, share screen is Angela. Can you?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Why goes to, you can just manually go to first page. Okay. Can you go to the next page? Okay. Hi everyone again. My name is Yuichiro. I'm the founder of VRITIMES. My career, I started at a Japanese company, was the financial section, actually M&A, risk assessment, some others, and moved to other department. Then to build a bit e-commerce company in Indonesia, and then I moved to the company to build the operation in Indonesia again. So in my background, actually, I built it like three companies and operation in Southeast Asia. Then finally, like we started our. So the background of the our beginning was basically so when I was working in Southeast Asian countries, I noticed is that let's say like every time we make press release, okay, so in Japan, it's in my country, there are many ways to distribute very easily. So people are always thinking to there's something event, something like new things in our company. Okay, let's make one press release and distribute. So that was like a common practice in my country. But I noticed that in Southeast Asia, there's not that much ways to do that. So that's why we decided to build this platform with the Indonesian co-founder guy. Okay, next. Yeah. Now this page, I want to emphasize what is press release and why is it important. So press release is basically the first step to the world of public relations. Public relations, there are many things you need to learn, you need to prepare, you need to implement. But basically, to to raise the brand awareness, to build the brand awareness in a good way. I think that's the primary, purpose of this public relations, to make the situation that, well, like I've heard of your brand. I think I knew your company. That kind of circumstances, if you create, then that's a good public relations. And the very first step of public relations world is to create press release. It's very easy and very easy to start. But Andrea, can you mute somebody or someone? Yeah. Angel, can you mute somebody? Not mute. Okay. Can you go to the next page? Okay. VRITIMES team, can you mute somebody, not mute? Yeah. Okay. So this is a research that one report made in 2023. So 90% of the press releases are directed to online or digital media. Yeah. While like magazines or TV are low. So yeah, this is the research, and a lot of companies are just doing, distributing to the online media only, not fully covered all the channels. Next page. And also, yeah. So I read this. So 68% of journalists think press release is a very variable news source still. A lot of people say nowadays the social media era of social media, nobody's reading newspaper, blah, 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 blah. However, in my opinion, social media, let's say like you think you're famous in the TikTok or wherever, you are famous among people similar to you, or your friends, or your like someone like you, because social media is very personalized to the one who has the same interest, while online media or newspaper or TV, they are targeting on very wide range of the audience. So since you, let's say in this case, like I guess I assume like most of you are from corporate. As a corporate activity, it's very important to raise your brand awareness among the society. So not only the few people you like similar to you, not only that, but also entire social world, society, your brand needs to be built. So still, the media power is still strong, is what I think. And how the journalists receive the press news source is still mainly press releases. And I want to add one thing. So we VRITIMES has more than 2,000 journalists, and our team who are receiving press release. And our team is contacting the journalists, and we are asking them, what do you think of news source? Is it enough or too much or too less? And most of them say, we need more news. Of course, that's their job, right? They need the news to do whatever. So, I mean, to conduct their work. In order to do that, the news source press release, that's like a lot of journalists are saying the volume of press release in Southeast Asia is too small, too less for them to conduct their work. So they hope they actually they want to see more press releases from the corporates or associations or NGO or whatever in Southeast Asia. So that's the reality. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next chapter. Can you go to the next page? Okay. So how to craft press release? It's not just writing whatever you want to write. It's not like that. It's more like it requires a little bit of technique and the strategic thinking. We need to collect the data because press release is not the advertising. Like my juice, it's very sweet and delicious. That's why you need to buy. It's not really persuasive. That's why we need to prove that why your news has the newsworthiness, something new, something variable. So the data, if you have, it's very powerful. And the final keyword, well, research keyword, yes, if you can do, then that's good, but it's a little bit too technical. So yeah, I think more important to craft press when you make a press release, then what's your message and how to make a message persuasive. Then you use data. Yeah. So that's the key point of to create the press release. Next page. Okay, so it's a little bit complicated, it looks like, but crafting a comparing press release, it's not that complicated as people think, as most of the people think. So just pay attention. If the title is boring, nobody wants to read it, right? So the title needs to be catchy and get attention. And the second part is the introduction of introduction. I mean, it's like a summary. So let's say some journalists are very busy. They don't have time to read them up. Read not all of your article. I mean, content read by journalists. Not always like that. Well, that's why you need to put the summary. And then the busy journalists, they read the summary. If they are interested in your summary, then they go to the body, which is the main content, right? So this summary is also it needs to be very sophisticated. So needs to be very, journalists see, read, and can understand overall overview. And then the next is the body. So this part is in order to make your message, which is in your press release, make your message persuasive. So that's why not the one-way message, the 5 reasons why you need to buy my product. It's hard. It's considered as hard selling, not like that. But so 30% is zero. 70% of people are in some country having this issue because blah blah blah. So that kind of statistic helps to make a press release persuasive. And also like nowadays, not only photo but also video. You can embed video if you have like new product launch. So we are excited to announce the product A, which is a brand new from our corporate, blah blah blah. And yeah, sometimes you have a promotion video. That's okay to input there. Yeah. Then you put your email address or contact information in the case that journalists want to know your press release more. You put your phone number or email address. Otherwise, journalists, like, luckily your press release got attention of journalists and they're very interested. But if there's no contact information, then sadly journalists cannot contact. Then since they are busy, they have thousands of other, newsworthy press releases. So they may deprioritize your press release. So make sure you put the contact information. Next. Okay, so there are some checkpoints, as I mentioned earlier. Like, for example, is it between 200, 400 words? Means, if it's too short, it's difficult for you to include all the elements that journalists need. And if it's too long, since journalists are busy, maybe like they skip some part and, oh, it's too long, let's go to next, like that. So there are some, elements that you need to always care when you create press release. Is yeah, want to just mention here. Can you go next? Yeah. So those are the key sectors that you always you need to have in your mind. Who is your target audience? Is your press release newsworthy? Is it easy to understand? Not only for journalists, but after journalists publish to the publication at their media, no normal people will be the readers. So Is it understandable for all of them? I think it's hurrying. Okay, now good. And then simple enough. And the factor numbers. So this one are as I mentioned earlier. Like if you do some research before you, or you take as a reference somebody's research, it's adding the power to make the press release persuasive. Yeah, so it's important. Then make sure there's no typo and nothing weird. Then yeah, your press release is ready to go. Okay, next. Okay. Yeah, it's important. Go to next. Yes, yes. So that's until there, I explained how to create a good press release, and it's a little bit more steps, after you made the press release and what to do, right? So basically, the press release activity is very simple. You create press release, you distribute, you see the result. Not everyone is professional from the day one. So the more press releases you create, the more quality you can improve. So after distribute, then you see the result, how many media picked up or how many journalists put the positive comment, whatever. Then you will learn, oh, this one, I thought it's a good, really newsworthy, and this one was not enough, but actually the one I thought not enough got a better result. Why? So you can analyze, plan, do, check, action. You can, continuously follow this flow to improve your press release activity. Next. Yeah. Yeah. So there are some tips I want to share with you. This one maybe later we share this content so you can just read them up. Yeah, there's some elements that I want you all of people who are in press release activity to have in mind. Okay. Next. Measure your press release, right? Okay, so case study. I want to. Do we still have time? Okay, I want to do a bit of the case study. I want to show. Angel, can you share this page in Google? I know, yeah, VRITIMES. So I want to show one press release that made really good result. It's from Indonesia. Can you do the website translation? Oh, it's okay. So this one is about this one mascot from Indonesia go to Japan. Yeah, there's an Expo 2025 in Osaka. And yeah, can you go down? It's about that. And this one, can you also show the report? And Joe, can you show the report of VRITIMES of this report press release? So this press release got so many publications, 127. Can you go down? I want to show the top media. Yeah. So this one, the one for not from Indonesia, just for you, for your information, those like Liputan 6, Kumparan.com, Pipa, those are the very top media. So very high ranked media, but they got this much of the publication result, which is good. Why this is good? Can you go back to the article? Yeah, why this is good? I want to share a little bit. So later, I want to share this article so that everyone can read it. So basically, this one has the clear focus and the purpose. Why this press release was released from the publisher, from this company. So they clearly mentioned that in the title. And also, they emphasize like why this event is so important and why it's like this part we emphasize because I want you to read this part clearly, carefully. So like that. There's like the balance of the power and the credibility. They put the background why we decided to do this activity, blah blah blah, with the with the research result, some others. And yeah, they try to provide the data and based on the research, their research or somebody research. Yeah, so just like the elements that I mentioned earlier, they all have. So that's why this press release made a great result. Yeah. Okay, go back to the presentation. Okay. So there's not much textbook in the world about what is the best press release. Maybe you can find in Google, but there's so many articles and explanation and blah blah blah. Maybe you will become too tired to read them up and remember. This presentation area, so we put some elements that all the people who want to go into public relations activity and press release activity need to keep in mind. Then, like this press release, you can make a good one, and the impact will be significant, and your boss, your management will be very happy. Yeah. So next. Okay. So this is the final part. What we do. So let's say the company is you, and you go to our website. You see, you make press release inside of our website. We have dashboard. We distribute, received by the journalist, and the media publish. This is how it works. It's very simple. Can you go next? And our media journalists, you can imagine if you are the journalist, right? So you are the journalist of hospital, hospital, medical, clinic, that kind of category, that kind of media you're working for. So if you receive the press release about manga, anime, music, it's not relevant to me. It just annoys me, annoys my inbox, right? Because I only want to receive the press release of hospital, medical, child care, elderly care, like that kind of category, right? So we provide this dashboard to our journalists. So our journalists, they select the countries. So I'm the journalist from Indonesia or Malaysia, and I want to, or Singapore, wherever, I want to receive the press release from which category. So they pick the category that they want to receive the press release. So it's personalized distribution service for journalists. Next. Yeah. And after that, we distribute the one I showed earlier. We distribute this kind of report. So this is what I meant earlier, measure the result. So make a good press release, distribute, and after that, you see the result. Then you can improve your quality of the press release. Oh, that's it. Okay, so this is the last page, and thank you so much for listening. Yeah, yes, any questions? Yeah. Oh,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yui, for a very informative and interesting presentation. Of course, all of you have a lot of questions. Now we will start the question and answer session. This is an opportunity for you to ask questions related to the today's discussion. If anyone wants to ask, share your thoughts during the discussion, you can turn on your mic to open question or ask question via room chat Zoom. If any of you also have experience related to this topic and need suggestion, you can also share your experience that are relevant to this topic.
I think some questions came in.
Okay, we have the first. The first question is, how can we check for correction in our PR from Tristan Alameda?
Correction, correction. Uh, so I'm trying to understand how to check collections. Mistakes. Okay. Mistakes. Well, basically, when you receive the press release, then that press release, when you distribute, when you distribute, then that information is already in public. So, let's say if you use VRITIMES, then you can always edit, make a correction. However, the information already went to media. So that's fine. I want you to do the extra carefully when you review and check the mistake and everything before you distribute. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, let's next question is, what is the pricing structure per release and how often will it be? To how many outlets will it be distributed, please? Is this as per your website from Zines Gavin?
Yeah, so you can go to our website and there's upside, there's pricing. So you can see the price. It varies per country. Let's say in, I'm not sure where you're from. Let's say in Indonesia, around 450,000 rupiah, which is $30, 30 US dollars for a press release, non-subscription, non-contract required. And Indonesia, we guarantee 100 media publication outlets. In the Philippines, it's 1,000 peso, which is $20, less than $70, yeah, around that. And we guarantee 60 media publications. So it varies based on the country, and you can find you can find more information in our website. Singapore is 25 Singapore dollars, which is 20 US dollars around. We guarantee 40 media outlets. And this 40 or 50 or 100 I mentioned is the guarantee, but that's the minimum. However, as you saw in our report, if your press release has a good newsworthy content, then the media will add more. So sometimes the result is 100, sometimes like 20 more media added. So sometimes 120, 130, 50, but never below 100. That's what I mean by guarantee. X.
Okay, next question. In writing, do we need to improve our English words from Sao?
English words. Yeah, well, this one is also based on the country. Let's say if you want to, publish a press release to English countries, English writing countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, yeah, then English. But other countries like Indonesia or Vietnam, Thailand, they have their own local language. And usually journalists will focus on the local language press release. So yeah, that's the first of all. And English was, yes, improve, yeah, of course. But the direction is improve the wording for journalists to make it easy for journalists to understand. So that's the angle. Thanks.
Okay, the next question is, in a press release, what is the typical success rate or percentage of achieving brand or company recognition through publicity efforts?
Oh, it's a very good question and very difficult, to be honest. It's very difficult to measure the brand awareness. Like, my brand awareness was spread. Okay, how do we measure, right? So there are a lot of technical terms that in the like jargon for power industry. So in PR, how we measure is basically as a success rate first. Typical success rate. So in our case, we guarantee the publication, so it's 100% basically. And remember, percentage of achieving brand or company recognition through publicity. Yeah, this one is actually very difficult to measure. Let me just introduce one typical method to measure the impact. Let's say Financial Times. You made press release, and the Financial Times journalist picked up, and let's say there's this size of the page. Your press release was introduced a little bit in here, right? It was free because you just distributed. Then how we measure is if you buy this spot as advertising, then how much you would need to pay. It's very expensive usually. If it's a top media, it's very expensive, right? So let's say in Singapore, like you paid 25 Singapore dollars to us, and we got a good publication. Then let's say like $1,000 if we need to buy that spot, then you paid $25. You got $1,000, but you don't actually get the $1,000 as money. It's not the money. It's like virtual awareness. So so far that's the only thing we can use as a jargon. But I don't believe this actually. I think the very important part is you as a PIC, a person in charge of public relations or marketing or whatever, but you try to find you get the cooperation from other employees. I think that's a most important part. So in order for you to get the good news from the corporate, right? So you need to educate your employees. Hey, what you're doing is actually it's very interesting to the society. So why you didn't tell me? Not like that, but you go find the news from the employee doing something amazing, and you make press release and ask employees, can you spread this news to your social media or wherever? So we make effort. We all make effort to spread the news as far as possible. I think I'm not really answering your question, but yeah, I added too many in my opinion, but thanks. Every-
Okay, we have a last question. How we can validate the media will not erase article published because based on my experience, after a few weeks, some articles published disappears.
where is that?
From Johannes.
Next question. Perfect. How we can validate the media will erase or something? No, right? How can we validate the media?
Yes, how we can
Okay.
validate the media.
Thanks. Will not erase the article published because based on my experience after a few weeks, some articles published. Yeah, this one is actually a little bit tricky. So some media, they just show your press release itself. They don't even edit, right? They just copy and paste and they stay there for a while and it's gone. So it's not really pure publications. So if it's pure publications, then it stays for long. It really depends on the media and the publication type. But that's why our goal, we as a people in public relations world, then our goal is to get the good publications from notable media. And if it's a publication from media, then it stays forever. So that's. Oh, by the way, if you post your press release to our platform, then that release will stay forever as long as we are surviving. Oh, thanks. If we are releasing PR internationally. There are some tools that actually translate PR to.
Okay, the next question. If we are releasing PR internationally, is there some tools that directly translate PR to the local language?
Um, it needs to be local language, as I mentioned. No, that's why you asked this question. Thank you so much. I don't think so. The answer is I don't think there is the perfect translator so far in this world. Like, if the native speakers read that language, it was translated and nobody checked, then it's awkward. And awkwardness cannot generate persuasiveness. So even though there's a lot of AI solutions, but press release is something a little bit typical, how to use a word and some. So let's say like you use ChatGPT, but still somebody native speaker needs to double check. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you. We've answered some really cool question. If you have any question or want to share your thoughts, please reach out to us in email. Thank you very much to all of you who actively participate and ask very interesting question. To summarize, we talk about starting with a strong headline and keeping your message clear and simple. And it's important to explain why your news is interesting and relevant. Also, for sharing your press release, it's key to target the right media outlets and use good distribution service. And as we finish, we encourage you to use these tips in your future press releases. And also, we send a GForm link that must be filled in by participant as feedback for organizing this webinar. This is also one of the requirements if you want to get a webinar certificate. Okay, before we wrap up, we love to capture this moment together. If everyone could turn on their cameras, that would be great. Let's take a few seconds to get ready. Okay, all right. I will count down in three, two, one.
Oh,
Okay, once again, three. Sorry. Okay. Three, two, one. Okay. Okay, once again, thank you very much for your active
thank you so much.
participation. A special thank you to our speaker, Mr. Yui, for sharing such valuable insights on today's webinar. I hope that the participants and all of us who are part of this webinar will get many valuable benefits or insights from this webinar session. If you have any question or anything else you would like to follow up on, please feel free to contact me on email or WhatsApp. Before we conclude, I want to remind everyone we send a GForm link that must be filled in by participant as feedback and sending webinar certificate. Don't forget to check our social media, free times for upcoming events and webinar. Thank you once again for being here, and we wish you all a great day. Thank you, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.